$10 citizen sign up for that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Jaffe, seconded by Blake. All those in favor? And that passes unanimously. Item number 2, discuss changing CR road names to include names of poets and survey for such. So this was a couple citizens' request, gosh, over a year ago. So one suggested that we name, since our name is poetry, that we name our roads after poets. And then another one, I think Betty Ballard suggested that we go back to League Line Road the way it was before the 911 system was in place, because the old timers, that's a really important name to them. So it wasn't kind of an issue until we're gonna have to be buying like at least 20 new signs. So I thought before we do that, then let's just take a survey, see what, I don't have an opinion either way really. Let's just take a survey and see what the citizens want. We do have surveys tonight, so I thought we'd just do it for a good month and then see what we come back with. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time on it, but just kind of see what the will of the people is and just go from there. I've only got like 16 surveys, so that's not really even sufficient number. So,
Just out of curiosity, Tara, so at the beginning of this proposed survey, it says it was said when the tornado struck the town. Who said that?
that was in some of the history. So we have the historical sketch, and then I have the book.
Okay, because I went back through Margaret's, I was kind of shaking my head, because I've been here a long time, and I've never heard that from any of the old timers, so I was just kind of curious. I mean, in fact, Margaret says in her book, here's kind of 3 scenarios, but nobody has any idea which one is correct.
Right. In the historical sketch, I believe it was, we had it read, I think. Do you remember reading some of that? And that was, I believe it was in that. It was in a sketch, historical sketch, yeah.
There is some debate about where the name poetry came from.
Well, there is in general, but I just had never heard about tornadoes. In fact, we have someone in the town that was in that school the night of the tornado that I spoke to the other night. He said they weren't reading anything to him.
Maybe it was afterward during the school, I don't know, but it is in the historical sketch, and
Okay.
that's an interesting tidbit there, but kind of off. All right.
I've received lots of emails and texts, I don't know if y'all have, but, the main concern of the citizens is having to change all their personal,
The
the disruption of their life. Amy lost her driver's license, she had to get on a schedule to get a driver's license 2 months.
Oh,
So
my.
now we're gonna ask how many residents we have in the city, a 2-month wait to get your driver's license. That's your Amazon, all your stuff that's saved, because we save everything on the computers now, all that has to be changed. So hearing the citizens, and I to agree, I don't wanna change all my.
Well, I worry about the lag in updating 911, so if
That's a
they
huge
dispatch a
concern.
fire truck or an ambulance or something, it's gonna be some named road that's not in the system yet, because they didn't push out the update, and everybody knows these numbers and these names that are out here now, because they've settled into all the systems. Right, there's no update. And by the way, I would rather name them after tractor parts than poets. If we wanna keep it country, it needs to be named after, town.
No, there's an opinion I haven't heard yet. Two items of feedback on this. Again, I have no opinion. I really don't. Either way, but one feedback was if people did have to redo their addresses, then they could go ahead and put Poetry Texas, and that might help us get more funding for sales and use tax. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was one kind of positive to that. If you had to redo your addresses, then you put Poetry Texas instead of Terrell, Texas, like most of them are. The other was, I think the feedback I'm getting on these is they like the League Line Road idea, but maybe not the poet idea as much. There are a few that are for the poet idea, but
None of the emails I've received are for changing anything. And
No, that's right,
I agree with them.
if you have emails, please print them off, and then we'll add it to our little survey, so we kind of at least have this, that we took a survey, it had so many added to it. So please do fill out a survey. If you have an opinion, we're open to that. Again, I have no preference, actually.
I guess I would say, I think legally it's causes a lot of problems for legal documents, not just private documents, but passports, everything, so birth certificates, everything.
So-
Why not just keep it simple, right? And I've only got feedback that was against it personally, so.
So I did talk to 911, and they said, because I asked them, I said, would it be better to do like, say, if we're gonna change CR 249 to CR 249/legal line, would it be better to have it combined like that, or one or the other? And they said, no, one is better. That was 911. So, what do I know?
Yeah, we have enough necessary things that we have to do that people don't like. I wouldn't put one that's, unnecessary.
So again, this was, just something before there are a number of signs that do need to be replaced, so I thought before we invest in that, we just kinda need to solve this issue. So Dale Bryant,
Pass.
okay, Glenn Strauss, Scott Leahy, is that correct, Scott Leahy?
Leahy, yes.
Leahy?
Scott Leahy, County Road 2426. I would just like to echo what I think everybody said, the 911 disruption, the legal document disruption, the Amazon online account disruption. I do not think this is core to the operation of the town, and I do not think we should move forward on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Rachel, I don't know how to pronounce it. Fosler?
Yeah.
Okay, Fosler. Go ahead.
I say what my address is.
No.
Just general,
Okay,
like.
alright, I just wanted to say that, my son has an anaphylactic allergy, and so we already have trouble getting his medication when we put poetry, so we have to put Terrell still. And so that plus the 911 is just something that's really concerning to me, and I think with a lot of retired people in the community, they probably have the same concerns of if they need an ambulance or medications is a really big one for us, so.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. That's an important point. Thank you. Okay, so. Is dead on arrival?
I'm
I
afraid
think so.
No,
No,
they-
check.
Yeah,